Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. In today's episode, we're going to talk about why perhaps if you're tired of the back and forth feeling, the emotions, the state changes related to anxiety or depression, why you should perhaps think about breaking up with yourself in order to break free from the continuing effects that are pulling you down. So, coming on this trailhead, what I would like to suggest to you is that your whole idea of yourself is all just an idea. It's a creation. It's a thing that's been constructed in your mind based on all of your past experiences and from all of the influences coming at you from the outside. You've created this thing, an image in your mind of how you want to present and project yourself to the outside world. And so what I'm suggesting here is that perhaps one of your best strategies for getting out of anxiety, for getting out of the low state of depression, is to break up with yourself. If you experience an anxiety and you're constantly fluctuating up and down and back and forth and you're very unfocused and you're scattered energy all over the place, one of the reasons perhaps is that you're paying too much of your attention and too much of your energy and focus is on the world outside of you. And as a result, you're reacting to outside stimulus rather than responding from a place of integrity and groundedness from within your being. And a lot of this scatteredness and this outside focus can be the result of allowing too much stimulus in where it brings you over your threshold. And as a result, you don't know what to do. So I'm going to suggest to you, if you're experiencing anxiety in any of its forms and you feel that you're being pulled back and forth and up and down and that there's no equanimity or consistency in your life, in your being, then you need to start, one, eliminating sources of outside stimulus, minimizing what's coming in so you can come back down into yourself, and two, really coming back into yourself in terms of grounding and calming your nervous system by meditation. So there's two actions that you can take. The first one, like I said, elimination. A great place to start in today's day and age where we're constantly connected to the world through our cell phone or laptop or computers. A great way to eliminate a bunch of outside sources of stimulus is to basically, with your phone, really dial down all the apps that you're probably one of the easiest ways to eliminate all of the excessive stimulus coming in from the outside is to really take your phone and take control back from it. If you're constantly reacting to the dings of notifications from emails or various apps, chances are it's controlling you and not the other way around. And you want to reverse this. And so one of the easiest ways to do this is to go through into both the apps and the phone itself and turn off all of your notifications. By turning off your notifications, you are less likely to be bombarded with sounds and vibrations that pull your attention away from you and your immediate present moment and into this other cyberspace world where a lot of stuff really doesn't matter that much, but yet we've been programmed to think that it does. And anyways, if you turn off the notifications, then you get back some control of the device and it stops controlling you. And so on the flip side of things, I'm not saying go cold turkey and just, break up entirely with your phone. What I would like to suggest is that one of the best ways that you can break up with that low version, that shitty version of yourself that you need to part with, one of those best ways is to break up with your phone. And I know for a lot of you this may seem counterintuitive, but if you step back a little bit and look at things from higher up, the bigger picture, the world we live in today, we're constantly being bombarded by sounds, signals, vibrations, flashy bits on screens from our cell phones, laptops, and other devices. And all of this stuff, our brains aren't really designed to process all of this constant stimulus. So what I would like to suggest is that one of the best things you can do to eliminate sources of stimulus that are putting you over your threshold is to turn off all of the notifications on your phone, both in the apps and on the phone itself, to give yourself more room, more breathing space where you can concentrate on bringing your energy and your awareness back into yourself. By doing this, you will find that in a very short period of time, that a lot of your attention and focus is brought back in towards you, and less of it is lost to the outside world of the constant back and forth pulling, push and pull of your attention and your energies outside of you. So I recommend that you start today. Take your phone, turn off all the notifications, and set designated times throughout the day where you choose to consciously interact with your cell phone or with your laptop. And I'm not saying this is just a broad sweep, but with your phone in particular, it's a great exercise to turn it off and selectively choose when to engage with it. And you can do this by setting boundaries. First thing in the morning is not the ideal time to start scrolling and looking at your phone. And for a lot of us, it's become an automatic reflex almost when you wake up to the alarm that goes off on your phone that's on your bedside table. And the first thing you do is you turn off the alarm and then you start looking at your notifications and what text messages or emails or whatever you've got either first thing in the morning or while you've been sleeping. No, so what I'd like to suggest is that first thing in the morning, you set aside that time for yourself. You wake up, you go through a routine that you have set for yourself, and you allow yourself to pass from the sleeping state to the waking state with grace. And then, a great time is after you've had breakfast, you've had a shower, maybe even perhaps you're on your way to work or whatever it is that you're doing, then selectively engage. If you set times throughout the day to selectively engage with your device, then you have quite a bit more control over interactions with it. What I've found for myself personally is at 10 o'clock, when I'm taking a break from whatever it is I'm doing from my work or anything else, I'll check my text messages, my phone calls, and any emails, and leave everything else, any of these scrolling, YouTube, any of that stuff for later on during the day. So a great time to set for engaging with your device is at lunchtime, where you're taking a break and you have time, and you've taken care of most of the concerns early on in the day that you need to deal with, the mundane things, the tasks that we need to do on a daily basis, day in and day out. So if you've been experiencing the effects of anxiety in your life, again, that lack of focus and feeling of agitation within your being, then eliminating these outside stimulus that primarily coming through your cell phone or any other electronic device is one of the best ways to eliminate unnecessary stimulus that puts you over threshold. So another great tool that you can use to help you overcome the scatteredness and agitation that's associated with anxiety is meditation. And it's often overlooked. It's such a simple and beautiful tool that can help you in a very short period of time. And it doesn't actually require a lot of time and effort. It just requires that you become disciplined and set aside time throughout your day in order to come back into yourself. And meditation in its essence is really quite simple. All you really need to do is find a quiet space to yourself, sit down, make yourself comfortable, close your eyes, and just focus on your breathing. And as thoughts arise, thoughts will come up. As they arise, you look at them, you acknowledge them, and then you let them go and you bring your focus back to your breathing. And it sounds kind of insane. It's so simple. It sounds crazy that it could actually be effective or help you in any meaningful way. But the truth is, it is on its own meditation, one of the most powerful tools that you can bring into your daily practice. And quite frankly, it is one of the most effective tools that you can use to help elevate your state and reduce the sense of agitation and scatteredness that's associated with states of anxiety. Now, when it comes to depression again, it's a very low vibrational state, a state of inertia and negativity combined that produces a feeling of like blasé, of like that life, there's no point to life, there's no purpose, there's no meaning to it. And you'll often find yourself in very lethargic states where you sit around doing nothing, or largely vegetative states where you're binge watching repeatedly for hours and hours on end, multiple hours, just watching shows and just consuming, but not even enjoying or processing it in a meaningful way. It's just there and you're zoned out and staring at it as almost like as a distraction from yourself and from those negative thoughts and that low state of being. One of the best things you can do if you are in one of those states, if you're locked into a habitual pattern, a behavioral pattern of lethargy and doing nothing, is to actually get up and move your body, get moving and get your blood pumping and get energy flowing through you. And as simple as it sounds, the reason why it's effective is because it's the opposite of what you're doing. And because of that, you can break out of the low vibrational pattern. So what I found from my personal experience when I was in states of depression, one of the key things that really helped me to break out of it, there's two things that I really enjoyed doing. It was riding a bike and running. And the two of those combined, when I started riding my bike to work every day, I found that I had more energy in my body just as a result of moving my muscles and having the blood flowing, which helped me break out of those lower patterns. And also with the running, setting a daily schedule, or I included like even 15 or 20 minutes or half an hour of running, getting my body moving, getting up and getting out of those slouchy postures where you're laying down and you're hunched up, because all of these things come into play. When you're in a depressed state and your energy is low, if you really pay attention, you'll notice that your body will be tightened up and closed in. You will be slouched over and just in positions that actually don't naturally allow energy to flow through your body. So one of the best things you can do, again, is to get up and get moving. And anytime that you start to feel that you're going to slide back down into that slumpy state, or you're laying down and you're zoning out, change it. Whatever it is you're doing, stop. Turn the TV off. If you're doom scrolling, stop looking at a screen. Get outside of yourself, because one of the big problems with depression is that you're negative and you're actually stuck deep. You're stuck deep inside yourself in a very low vibrational negative headspace. Negative thoughts, negative emotions, and low energy. So anything and everything that you can do to shift out of that low gear and to get up and get moving, go back to things that inspire you, that get you moving. If you play music, pick up your guitar, play the piano, start banging away. Start just having fun and making noise and just creating something. And who knows, that little bit of inspiration that will come into you through whatever it is that you're doing may be enough to get you up and moving out of that low state of being. Alrighty, folks. Well, just a quick review of the 3 things that you can effectively do in order to break up with your old depressed or anxious self. Number 1, eliminate sources of unnecessary stimulus. Number 2, meditate. Learn how to meditate and do it regularly. Number 3, body movement, exercise, yoga, running, biking, hiking, cycling, whatever. Do it. And that's it. Those are the 3 easy things you can do to move beyond anxiety and depression. If you employ these techniques, they will help you break up with that old part of yourself, that version of you, the idea of your personality that you're stuck on and you're repeatedly looping into. Because what really happens at the end of the day is that elements from your past that are incorporated into your personality is what's interfering with your experience of the present moment. And so by breaking up with some of these elements and these patterns of behavior of your old personality, you can create a new version of yourself where you climb up to a higher level in the state of being. So if any of the ideas that I've presented here resonate with you and have helped you in any way, feel free to drop by my website, changeyourmind.life, where you can sign up to my email newsletter to get access to plenty of free other tools and resources. And also, hot off the press is my 68-page 12 Essential Disciplines Guide, where I go through a bunch of really awesome ideas to help lift your state and give you tools and techniques that you can incorporate into your daily life so that you accelerate your journey from lower states of being to a higher state to have a better experience in life. Well, hey folks, that's the end of today's episode. We've doggone done it. Anyways, I'm bringing this to you from deep in the heart of Mexico City because I just love traveling. So yeah, anytime you're headed out on a road trip and you want to bring me along, by all means, count me in. Anyways, as always, thanks for being here. Your presence is truly a gift. Oh, look at the beautiful flowers. We have flowers in the house. They're so pretty. Sunflowers just for you today.